Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily and I'm the face behind Growing Modestly, and in today's video we're going to be going over the types of pens I own and use. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Emily and I'm the face behind Growing Modestly. Welcome back if you're a returning viewer, and welcome if you're new. Today's video is all about pens. This is actually part of another YouTube collab loop group video. These videos are hosted by Creative Elisa Marie, and this is the first YouTube collab loop group video of June, and the theme for this is pens. And I thought I would just do a video of showing you the pens I own / use and maybe collect. There's some pens I don't use, and that might sound a little ridiculous to some people, but yeah, they're there for display. They're actually right here, but yeah, we'll go over those in a minute. But let me explain how these YouTube collab loop group videos work and why they're called that. So whoever's video you start with, whether it be mine or someone else's, you would watch their video all the way to the end, like, comment, and subscribe, please. And then you would go into the description of our video and find the person that we tagged down below in the description. You would go to their video, follow the same instructions until you come back to the original video you started with. Whether it be mine or someone else's, whomever's video you started with, that would be the video you should end up back at. One moment. So yeah, that's how this works. And this theme is pens, and I was excited for this theme because if you're a planner like me, or a journaler, or just you love stationery, you probably have acquired some pens in your lifetime. Now, what I'm about to show you is definitely not as much as I used to have. I actually did a big purge about a year ago or so of my pens, and I got rid of a lot of them. Whether I gave them to my niece or just left them around the house, or maybe they were no longer useful, I got rid of them because, the ink dried or whatever. But I used to have a lot more pens than I do now. And I'm that type of person, if I go into the grocery store, or if I'm in Dollar Tree specifically, I will look at the pens. I'm not as bad as I used to be. And there's this meme on Facebook that I shared a while ago. Well, this picture, I guess it's called a meme, I don't know. It's like this cartoon drawing of the friend holding back the other friend, and there's like a pile of pens, and that friend wants the pen, and the friend that's holding them back is like, well, you already have pens. And I'm like, not this. And in the meme it's like, well, I don't have this one. That's how I am, kind of. Yeah, I love pens. I don't know, I used to like pens a lot more, I think. I used to be more of a pen collector than I was a sticker collector. And then once I was, introduced to, sticker books and making stickers, my love for stickers grew more than my love for pens. I mean, I still love pens. I just don't collect them as much as I used to. Some of these pens I've had for a while, I will say that. Some of these pens I just got last year. I haven't bought pens in a while though, so I will say I've been good with no spend this year. As far as planner supplies, I really haven't been buying a lot of planner supplies. I think the last time I purchased, well, I'm not going to include SE graphics because even then I was spending a little too much on that. But we're not going to go down that rabbit hole. This is about pens, but I haven't really bought a lot of pens since last year. But yeah, so I have this little notebook here because we're going to test some pens out. I have them by category, by brand, and yeah. So we're gonna go over the ones that I like to put on display and I really tend to try not to use, which sounds a little ridiculous. Now that I'm listening to myself. I mean, I do use them, but they're not like for everyday use. They're called my pretty pens. You'll see why. They are pretty and like decorative and such. Make sure I'm focused here. But yeah, they these ones specifically are from Boutique Charms. She's on Etsy. I'll link her down below, and I'll try to link down below as many small shops that I share, which is probably just 2. Now that I'm looking at it, a lot of these I bought off like Amazon and CVS, and oh, that's another place I like to get pens because I have extra books that I earn. I use them there. But these ones are from Boutique Charms, and she's on Etsy, and I will make sure to link her down below. I haven't bought a pen from her for a long time. I have been trying to be good about not buying stuff like this year, and I've actually done really well. The last time I bought a pen from her was in the summertime, which was these 2. I do have charms from her too, but these pens are ballpoint pens, which is not my favorite kind of ink. So, I like gel. I'm more of a gel type of person, but I love the pens. They're pretty. And this one says just, let me try and, there we go, just a little moody. And then it has like the cow. I love this pen. So pretty and cute. And then this one says, like a butterfly, her wings unfolded, and has the butterfly charm. And again, it's just a regular ballpoint pen. And then we have a pumpkin pen that I use for fall, or I display my planner for fall. I have the mention charm to this one. And this one is also a ballpoint pen. And then these 3, I had a lot more Villa Beautiful, but my niece kind of got to them and ruined, I think, 2 of them. Well, no, she ruined 1 of them, I believe. No, I think she ruined 2. I had a tan one and a black one, but I have these ones still. And these are gel. These are gel. And the tip, I don't know if you can see, there you go. The tip is kind of like a needle point, and then it does write beautifully. I do have refills for this. I really like this pen a lot. I actually don't know why I don't use this one anymore. Because I really liked how it looked in my planner. So this is Villa Beautiful. I have 3 of them right now. I may eventually, in the future, get more. I want to. But they are kind of pricey. I mean, they are kind of pricey. I got the imperfect ones, so they were like $8, $5. I don't think I'd ever pay full price. I'm not that type of person. I don't like paying full price for stuff if I can help it. So I went with the imperfect ones. You can't even tell they're imperfect. So that's Villa Beautiful. This pen I don't use. First of all, it's kind of hard to like hold when writing, and it is a ballpoint pen. It does write nice and thick though for a ballpoint pen. It did get scratched up. I've had this for a long time, but the reason why I like it is because it has like the gems in the middle. It has a little fake diamond in the middle. That's why it's called a pretty pen. I believe I got this off of Shein a long time ago. But yeah, these are my pretty pens. What I call my pretty pens. And now we're going to go over my kind of like junky pens. Okay. So these are what I call my junky pens. They're literally usually just ballpoint pens. They're like scratch and sniff kind of pens. Or pens I don't really write well, but I'll keep them because, yeah, why is Zebra in here? Oh, the Zebra's in here. I'm sorry. Zebra's not the junky ones. These are the junky ones. So, this is Zebra too. Oops. Alright, so this is a Dollar Tree brand. This is actually a gel pen. For a long time it did, oh, now it's going to start writing well. For a long time it wrote really well. It does still write kind of well, but it's not the best ink. It does smear. Now it's showing me to be a liar. It did smear, at least maybe the other one I had. This one, was from, I either want to say Target or Michael's. A long time ago. I had actually a set of these. They were bad to begin with. This one not so much. It doesn't write the best. It skips a little bit, and it does smear very easily. So, that's another junky pen. This isn't a junky pen. It's just a pen I don't use. This is from my church, and that's the website. It's like a stylus pen. They gave it to us at the end of the year last year, but it is a ballpoint pen. I'm just going to scroll a little bit. So it's not like a junky pen. It's just a pen I don't use. And then this one I don't use. It's a scratch and sniff. Contemplating on giving it to my niece. I think it's supposed to be grape. Or is the ink supposed to be grape? Oh, it's glitter. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, it is glitter. But does it smell like grape? No, it does not smell like grape. I think it's supposed to smell like grape. Or maybe that's just the color. But it's a nice glitter pen. It doesn't write the best though. So these are like what I call junky / I don't use pens. Next is Zebra. Now these, I used to have tons of these. Dollar Tree has a habit of having Zebra pens. That's where I got all these from. I think. Did I get this one from Dollar Tree? Yes, I did. Okay. So this is Zebra. Zebra's one of the better brands. Oh, I like this. This pink one's nice. This is a gel pen, by the way. It's a 0.7. I use 0.7 a lot. I don't really use 0.5. It's too fine for me. It scratches the page. I don't like the way it scratches the page. So I don't use 0.5, but I use 0.7. This one's a ballpoint pen. It writes really well. It's a nice tie-dye kind of. It's a nice prop kind of pen for like summertime. This is another ballpoint pen. Doesn't write the best, but it's because it's old too. Ballpoint pens usually don't write that well. And the next two, I believe, are gel. Yes, this is a gel pen. What the needle looks like on that. Ooh, that writes really nice. And then this is another gel pen. Oh, it's brand new. I'm not opening it. Okay. No, it has a little red dot in there. If any of them are new, I'm not opening it. So some of these might be new. In fact, I think some of them are new. But yeah, those are my Zebra pens. I used to have a lot more Zebra pens. And then I got rid of a lot of them. Or maybe like just from giving people pens or whatever. You know the gist. Next, we're going to go over my Bic pens. Alright. I have a lot of Bic pens. Bic is one of my favorite brands. Has been always one of my favorite brands. They're the only ballpoint pen I really like. But I do have a lot of gel pens. So let's go over the ballpoint first. You can see I'm a little biased on the color. I used to have, blue, but yeah, I'm not really a blue kind of writer. So this is just standard. It's called a Brown Stick Grip by Bic, and that's what it looks like. And I just like the way this pen feels. It's skinny. It writes nice. It's a nice, good ballpoint pen. I should get some black ones, but maybe I shouldn't because I already have a lot of pens. But these are by Bic. These are ballpoint, and they are kind of like a thinner ballpoint, as you can see. Kind of fools me for a little bit, because I thought, when I first purchased this pen, I thought it was a gel pen, even though I didn't read the package. The tip looks like a gel pen, but it's a ballpoint. It's like a skinny ballpoint. And then let's go into the gel pens. Now I might not do all of these gel pens because, as you can see, I own Gelocity Bic pens, and I don't want to swatch all of them. I don't know if any of them are new. Let's see. Yes, some of them are new, so I'm not going to open them. Let's do orange. Is that one new? No. Okay. Okay, we'll do that one. Now, I don't know what the difference between these two are. You see how the barrels are different? This is a Gelocity. They're the same point. 0.7. I don't know. Now, this one I noticed is used. This one's not. We're going to go over the Gelocity pens. I do have a colorful variation of Gelocity pens. They came in a pack, most of these, or some of them came single. So let's go over the types of Gelocity pens. I don't know what's on this. It looks like coffee. Yeah, this is an old pen. This is a Bic Gelocity pen, 0.7. I don't know why the barrel's different. Maybe that's when it changed. Who knows? But this is how it writes. This does seem like an older pen. It's not the best anymore, but it usually is a good pen to have, Bic Gelocity. I will say that. I'm assuming this is like the Neuro barrel. And this is orange. And yeah, it's drying out. This is what happens when you don't use your pens and you have too many of them. I've had these for a while. That's not a good tester. Okay, that one might have to go in the trash. This is purple. Let's see. Yeah, they're drying out. Let's see. Is red used? Yes. Wow. Okay. Let me see if I can find a good one. We found a good one. It's blue. And this is how it looks. And you're right. Some of these are drying out. But that's like how it looks when you write with it. This is how usually they do look. If they're not old and if they don't dry out. This is why I don't take the tops off my pens anymore. Like the, how do I explain it? The little nib. That's why I don't take that off anymore, because I don't always use my pens right away. This one surprisingly is still nice and like flowing and thick. So that's pretty good. Let's see. Let's see if we can get one more. Hopefully my purple one still works. Oh yeah, my purple one still works. That's good. Seems like the darker colors kind of still work. Pink. Oh yeah, pink still works. I don't know what I'm rating, but I'll have to go back through these again and see which ones are dead and which ones aren't. And then we have the Bic Gelocity 0.5 mm. This is what it looks like, the needle. And let's see what it writes like. You can definitely tell the thickness variation from like a 0.7 and a 0.5. I kind of like that, but I kind of don't. This I would use like as like when I write headers in my planner, and then this is what the kind of thickness I would probably use to write in like the details on an event or something. But that is all of my Bic pens that I own. Now we're going to go on to Papermate. Okay, so for Papermate I own, they're gel pens, I believe. They're all gel pens, yes. Some of these are brand new. Some of these are not. Oh, there's certain ones that aren't gel pens, so let me grab those quick. No, I think this is the only one. Okay, so that's the only one. I have, let me see, is there any of them that are open? Yes, that one. Okay, and then there's different barrels. They're still gel pens, it's just they're different barrels. I'm trying to find one more. Let's see. Some of these have their thing on it still. Okay, so these are all my Papermate pens. I used to really love Papermate back a couple years ago. Papermate's kind of not the best anymore, to me at least. I don't know, their ink's just not as flowy as it used to be. I do like their Papermate fine liner tip markers. Felt tip markers, not fine liner. I do love them. But I used to really love their gel pens. I had a lot more than this. So, let's go over the ballpoint pen. This pen in particularly is the Papermate Inkjoy stylus pen. It has a stylus on the end, and this is a ballpoint pen. So this is how it writes. Pretty good for a ballpoint pen, I would say. I don't think it gives you a needle. I think the only one that gives you a needle kind of like measurement is gel pens. So this is how the Inkjoy stylus Papermate pen writes. To be honest, I had a couple of these. The only reason why I bought them was for the stylus because I thought it was cool back then. I'm not a ballpoint pen person per se. I really just bought it for the stylus, if I'm gonna be honest. And I don't even use stylus anymore, so it's just a good pen to have on hand. But yeah, that's the ballpoint one. And then we have gel. I'm believing this is a gel. Yes, that is a gel. Okay. So we have different types of barrels that they come in. You have a clicker like this. That's more like a plasticky kind of feel. This is actually just a Papermate gel pen. Some of these say Inkjoy. Inkjoy is kind of different than, I guess, than this gel, I believe. So I think that's why it says just gel. So let's write with this one first. Now, I don't know why I have a blue pen, because this is probably just an impulse buy. Besides, like, my Gelosity pens and these Papermate Flare pens, I mean, I kind of just like the look of it in my planner bag. If I'm going to be honest, I don't like using them. That just sounds ridiculous as I'm saying it now. But yeah. So this is how it writes. It's a 0.7 it says, but it kind of feels like a 0.5, I'm going to be honest. But this is the regular gel, I guess. I think the Inkjoy may be different, so we're going to use the clicker one that says Inkjoy. 0.7, doesn't give me a color. I'm just going to say turquoise. Ooh, that one's nice. That's a really nice color. I like that turquoise kind of teal. It's a dark teal. Lisa Marie would love this pen. She loves teal, so I think she would really like this pen. I like teal too, but she really loves teal like I love purple. So I have a lot of purple pens, I think. But that's what the Inkjoy Papermate Gel 0.7 pen looks like in the clicker form. And then you have this type. Papermate Inkjoy Gel 0.7. It's pink. And it comes with a cap. And this is what the barrel looks like. It has like grippies on it, so it's easier for you to like hold. I do appreciate that about this pen. It's easier to hold than this one, where this one's just focused on, like, if you had a fountain pen. I noticed a lot of people with fountain pens write like this. I'm more of a hold it like this kind of person. So this pen kind of doesn't work for me. When it comes to like holding. So let's see how this one writes. Ooh, look how vibrant that is. That is a pretty like bubblegum pink. That's a nice color. These ones are actually pretty good. Now I bought these a while ago, so that might be why. But I noticed, like, with the newer Papermate gel pens, specifically in Inkjoy, they're not as flowy as they used to be. I don't know, but I do like Papermate still. It's just not as much as the ones I'm about to show you next. So let me go get my most favorite pens. Okay, so these ones, I love these pens. These specific brands, specific type of pen. New to me pens, some of them. And yeah. So we're gonna start with the elephant in the room. Probably like, why would you love a white gel pen? I used to, when I was like very nitpicky, when I decorated my spreads, particularly in the Happy Planner, I would use these a lot. I don't really use them anymore. I actually don't use them anymore, if I'm being honest. But I will keep them because it is a wonderful brand. Uniball Signum is one of the best brands I've used. Japanese pens are actually one of the best pens I think I've ever used. And a lot of these pens, I believe, I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know. But these pens are really, really good. The flow is really nice. It will cover up the lines very well. I would buy, I don't think I have any more Uniboss Signo. Let me see. In fact, I don't think I do. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think Pilot G2 is a Japanese brand. I don't know. All I know is these pens are wonderful. I would love some more Japanese pens because they're one of the best pens that I've used. I think I used to have a Uniboss Signo that was black, but I don't remember exactly. But yeah, so these, just for the brand, is pretty good. They're really good, actually. So eventually I'll get my hands on some Uniboss Signos that are in black. Black is my preferred color to write in, but I do have other colors that I keep. So that's Uniboss Signo. Let's go over, let's see, I'm trying to sort these out. So let's go over Pilot G2. These pens, now I do have a black one, it's in my purse. I have to eventually get it out of there so I don't lose it. These pens are one of the best pens I've used. Pilot G2. These ones I got from the Happy Planner. These are not, are these gel? I think they're gel. Yes, they're gel. Okay, these ones are glitter ink. But Pilot G2 0.7. This is gold and like silver. I don't really use these, but I'm not going to throw them out because they are considered an expensive pen. So yeah. Pilot G2 in gold and silver. This came in a pack with black. I don't remember what the names of these are. I did a pen test of these and some other pens that I have here in the beginning of the year. I think from my Black Friday haul. That's when I got these at CVS, mind you, using a coupon. But they write very nice and smooth. Do this purple one. If I had my black one, I would do that one. They feel nice to the touch when you write on the paper. I'm just scribbling, mind you. And the ink flow is very nice. Let's see, you could do the, I think this one was called Apricot. And yeah, this one kind of doesn't write the best, I will say that. I noticed like with the colors, specifically oranges and yellows, they don't write the best for some reason. I don't know why. I noticed that in Pilot, Bic, and Papermate. Oranges and yellows do not write good for some reason, and I don't know why. But they are a good brand pen, Pilot G2. And I will get more black ones eventually, I think. Okay, next is Sharpie. Sharpie's a good pen too. This is kind of old. I thought I had newer ones, but the ink is running out on this one. I've had this for a couple years now, so that's said to happen when you own pens and you don't use them. This is a Sharpie S Gel 0.7 gel pen, and they're just a nice, elegant looking pen, and I love them. I do love Sharpie S Gel pens. It's the only one I own right now. I used to have more, but I went through them because I was in like a Sharpie S Gel phase for a while, and then I discovered Pentel Energel pens. And this one, now some of these are different. These are needle tip, and these ones aren't needle. This is metal tip. Needle tip, I don't like needle tip pens. So I have I have two needle tip, one metal tip 0.7. These are Pentel RSVP fine tip gel pens. Now, it doesn't really give you the tip width, I don't think. No. These ones I got from Dollar Tree. And so are these. Pencil Energel X 0.7 in pink, purple, and blue. This one I used a lot of, and it's almost out. But, and this one, and this one. I loved these pens a lot when I first got them. So they're almost gone. Dollar Tree usually has them, so I'll have to pick up some more if I want to. I'm really, like I said, a black gel person. So we're going to test out the RSVP first on the fine tip. So, it's very fine. Like, I would say it's a 0.5 kind of tip. That's how it writes. Not my preferred thickness, but it is a nice pen. It's a nice cheap pen from Dollar Tree. It works really well. And Pencil is one of my favorite brands. So, next is the needle tip. These are 0.7. I did have a 0.5, but I got rid of it because it was too fine. And this is what it means between when I say a needle tip and a metal tip. So, let me see. Flip it this way. This is a metal tip, and the second one is a needle tip. Let's see if it'll focus. Come on. There we go. Okay, so we're going to test out the needle tip first. It's okay. It's a nice pen. It's very nice. I will say that. It's a nice thickness. It's 0.7. That's the needle tip. Needle. The ink does not flow as well. Yeah, I don't know if this one has... Let me check something. Now, this one, the ink is dried out. So I'm going to replace it with you guys on screen. So what you do is you just remove the barrel. You can see it's dried out. I've used it a lot, so we're going to throw it out. Make sure everything is intact. The spring goes... Where's the spring? Did I throw it out? Thought there was a spring in here. Maybe I'm missing the spring. And it still works for some reason. Let's just put it in and see what happens. This might be a big fail on camera. Who knows? I don't know. Okay, it doesn't have a spring. So it's a brand new metal tip. I have a bunch of refills because this is my favorite kind. Let me throw that little ball out. Now, it might take a little bit. Oh, there we go. Very nice and thick. I love, this will always be one of my favorites. I love this pen. This is, when I first discovered this pen, I think I bought it accidentally. I think I was trying to buy a zebra. I don't remember exactly though. It was at Walmart, I think, when I discovered this pen. And I love this pen very much. I come back to it all the time. But I wish it was erasable. So, now we're going to go on to my current love of pen. Hold on. Okay, my current love of pens are the Friction Ball Clicker 0.7 erasable. It has an erasable top, and it clicks on the side. And it's a metal tip. I use this pen in my planner all the time now. I rarely use whiteout, and that's really helped me not having to use whiteout. I just can erase something and rewrite it. I love this pen. I would love if this company, where is that pen that I just showed y'all, if this company would create this pen with an erasable top. I would go back to that one. But this pen does write very nice. I'm about to show you. You've seen me probably use it in my Plan With Me's recently. So this is how it writes. It definitely is not the same as the Pentel one though. It's nice, but it's just not as thick as the Pentel. I like this pen though. It's a very nice pen. Saray Bailey, when I watched her Play With Me videos back in like last year, she would use this pen. She still uses these pens, and I love that pen. I love both of these pens. But you can tell it's not as thick, but that's okay. I do love this one still, and I still love this one. So, yeah. Those are the Friction Ball Clicker Erasable 0.7. I do own 0.5. This was an accident purchase. I didn't realize it was 0.5 when I purchased it. This is Synergy though, so I don't know the difference. And if my camera will focus. It says Synergy. This one just says Clicker. So I don't know what that means, but oh yeah, see how thin that is? Very, very thin. I don't like that, but we will keep the pen. And that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this pen collection review, I guess we'll call it. I hope you enjoyed me talking about the pens that I love, pens that I've collected over the years, and ones I recommend and don't recommend. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. And take care and bye for now.